Hello friends, today we're going to learn some fundamental yet crucial concepts of English grammar. We will explore sentence, clause and phrase. At the end of video, I am hopeful that you will be able to differentiate between these related yet confusing concepts. So, let's take start from sentence. Viewers. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought or idea. For instance, the words "the happy children laughed" form a complete thought. We understand who did what. However, a group of words like "running in the park" is not a sentence because it does not express a complete idea. It is named as fragment or phrase. We are left wondering who is running. Every complete sentence in the English language is composed of two primary and indispensable parts, my friends. These two core components are known as the subject and the predicate. The subject of a sentence is the part that tells us who or what the sentence is primarily about. It is the person, animal, place, thing or idea that performs the action described by the verb, or it is the entity that is being described or identified in the sentence. For example, in the simple sentence, "the dog barked loudly." The word "dog" is the subject because it is the animal performing the action of barking. The predicate, on the other hand, is the part of the sentence that provides information about the subject. It tells us what the subject is doing, what is happening to the subject, or what state the subject is in. Let us look at some clear examples to see subjects and predicates in action. Consider the sentence, "The diligent students study English grammar every day." In this example, the diligent students constitutes the subject. It tells us who the sentence is about. The remaining part, "study English grammar every day," is the predicate. It tells us what the diligent students do. Here is another example. "Our new neighbours are very friendly." Our new neighbours is the subject and "are very friendly" is the predicate, describing the neighbours. Once you understand sentences, subjects and predicates, the next important concept in English grammar is the clause. Viewers, like a sentence, a clause is also a group of words with a subject and verb, but remember, it can't always express a complete thought, unlike a sentence. "Consider," she runs. That's both a clause and a sentence because it expresses a complete idea, but sometimes a clause can't be called a sentence. Sounds tricky? Let's break it down. Friends, there are two types of clauses, independent clause and a dependent clause. Learners, here's the scoop. Only independent clauses can function as both a clause and a sentence simultaneously. Like, "the cat slept." Simple, complete, done. It has a subject and a verb, plus it makes complete sense. Dependent clauses, on the other hand, need a little help. Take, "because the cat slept." It leaves you hanging. The reason is simple. It doesn't express a complete idea on its own. Another example, "when I arrived." You expect something else to follow, like "when I arrived, the meeting had already started." Remember that dependent clauses often start with words like because, when, if, although, or since. So friends clauses and sentences both have subjects and verbs, but only independent clauses can stand alone as sentences. Now let's talk about phrases. A phrase is a group of words that works together but does not have both a subject and a verb. Unlike a clause, a phrase cannot stand alone as a sentence. For example, "in the big green park" is a phrase. It gives extra information, but it doesn't have a subject doing a verb, so it can't be a sentence. To sum up, a clause has a subject and a verb, and sometimes can be a sentence. A phrase does not have both, and can never be a sentence on its own.